But they decided to do that level 1. I just pressed the mouse for no reason, going back into the game.
Okay, so you predict the early level 1 aggression from Kuala Lumpur. Explain why.
I like Zach being able to jump in. I like that Andy will have that level 1 style. I like that Tainted Ones can give vision, and they have double AD carry, which I felt has high damage. On the side of Mineski though, I also like their level 1 just because they have Fiddlesticks, they have Nidalee, they have the Charm coming from Ari if needed, and they have Riven, who is very good level 1. But NASA's a job and just the out ones out here. I just don't think they can contribute too much, but I like if KLH can catch somebody out, I think they can burst somebody out very quickly.
Yeah, it seems that both teams are wanting to go for the red buff invade, so they are most likely not going to meet each other. But I think Mineski got kind of spotted out by the ward there at the ramp.
They may have been spotted out there, but I don't think either team knows the positions yet. No pain's going on. They do put a surprising ward here.
It's the MVP ward, the Korea MVP ward to spot out the
lane
laners.
swaps.
Yeah.
So they will have heads up. So it does look Mineski want to force that 2v2. I think they really want to force the 2v2 lane so they can get that Nidalee Fiddlesticks against the Annie Vayne combo, and they might be able to do so here. KLH though waiting very, very patiently. Golden is only now going back to lane, so that does probably mean that KLH are going to go for that lane swap. No, he does not.
Yeah, because I think what's happening now, they kind of spotted out TE rotating through the jungle, and they may want to get someone out. And here they actually spot Exo.
So Exo here does almost gets caught out, has to flash away from the jumping coming from Golden. So not too much picked up there. The trap might steal this red buff. Bullet. No, it runs out of damage. But we are gonna see that the Annie Vayne lane go up against this Nidalee Fiddlesticks lane. So what do I put here? So it's Ari and Ezreal in the mid lane. We're gonna see Nasus. Okay, there we go. Finally swapped around the champions. I still was very confused as to what to put in the tab area to see if we put XSF mid laner, top laner, where. There we go.
Yeah, I really like how KLH can kind of have that role swaps at times whenever they need to, depending on the team compositions that they have. And look at the amount of damage that Exo has been taking out by the two laners at this moment. And the flash, so the Ignite barrier being popped right now. And it seems that Exo will just walk away from this.
He's going to live with 51 health there. Very surprising. He's gone for very, very high attack damage. Nidalee, he's not gone for any ability power early on. I'll check very soon to see if he has any magic material. We're going to see Noel though go deep onto Golden. Golden still level 1, and Azak being slightly bullied by a Nasus. Oh, slightly is an understatement, but it's very surprising.
Yeah,
Whoa, as well. Ari almost goes down, survives with the help of the health potion. Knight not enough to pick it up. XSF showing some really early aggression there. Still has his flash. Flash has been burnt by Ari though.
Yeah, well, look at the two junglers dueling out in the river. It looks like Tainted Ones comes out a little bit behind on that.
He can't fight her, but with XF, I think he can. The stun only goes on the Tainted Ones, so Noel trying to make a play. Flashes out of that one. Flash comes to XF, uses the arcade shift. One more auto attack, gets first blood. And he gets a double up. Java flashes in, misses the flag lance combo though.
So a little bit too much aggression coming in from Mineski's jungler Noel there. Kind of got caught out in while rotating in the river. So
looking at Nidalee's going pure AD. There's nothing on her magic side except for mana regeneration. We're gonna see an AD Nidalee coming in from Exo.
So not exactly a page out of the Azubu Type A Assassin's playbook. So something Mineski has not brought out yet in the GPL.
Something very different indeed. We can see how that plays out for them. We can already see that KLH have pretty much countered everything I said in the pregame. And now we're going to see actually Exo might get taken out here, gets condemned into a wall, knocked up, stunned by Annie as well. Tries to heal himself, but Walens will pick up the kill. And that's a nice gang coming in for the Kuala Lumpur Hunters.
Yeah, the amount of crowd control coming in for that, the top lane now for the Kuala Lumpur Hunters is going to be very scary indeed, especially before Nidalee hits 6, because she has no form of escape, and Fiddlesticks can only use his spear onto one champion.
That was so surprising though. I really thought that usually Fiddlesticks would be able to win that lane quite handedly, but seeing that Walens and Red Outraze putting on a good show, beating out that combination from the top lane. A good gank coming from Tatum once there. So Kuala Hunters are off to a very good start, and it's very surprising as well because Mineski, as we saw at level 1, put down the ward to try and scout out the lane swaps, which they did. And we're going to see Goldens go ham onto Snoy here, get withered under the tower. Snoy does not go down, and Goldens is going to pop into his many Bloblet forms. Snoy here is going to try and pick it up. One goes down to the tower, another goes down to the tower. Can he get it? Gets the Q onto it, but not enough. Goldens looked like he wanted to jump in there. Changed his mind at the last second though.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate for Goldens because he wanted to dive that turret, actually pick up the kill and just pop the passive and just walk away from that, but Snoy just survives with a sliver of health and just walks away.
Sure, that Snoy surviving there was pretty good for him, but now both summoners burnt for Goldens. Snoy still does have his teleport. Wallen's going aggressive onto EXO up in this top lane, and XF as well, pretty much forcing C3D out of.
Yeah, C3D hasn't had a good time in lane at all, and that's definitely going to hamper his roam capabilities come once he hits level 6. And if XXF can continue controlling C3D just like what he's been doing the entire game, it's going to be very, very troublesome for the side of Mineski.
Does get the ignite down, it might be enough. There goes the flag lands combo to pick that one up. Tainer once goes under tower to get that one with the help of XF. Poor play coming here to C3D there. Riven was poised to come in for a gank, but swayed it, I think, a bit too long there. Should have helped that early. And Kuala Hunters are really, really doing well in this early game. You can already see a Vayne lane zoning out a Fiddlesticks Xeno lane, which is quite crazy. EXO getting stunned as well. One is going to try getting condemned. Does get the condemn. Silver Bolts will proc. Gets the true damage down. Will pick up that kill. Now Noel's going to come in though. One is in a bit of trouble. He will get taken out. Red Hot Ray's now going to be the target of Mineski. True Shot Barrage came up in the background. Was not able to do much. And Red Hot Ray's will flash out of that one.
That was fantastic. Mineski has been putting some very interesting kind of plays in the top lane because it's EXO just kind of walked up to that brush right there and just got stunned immediately, and the follow-up condemn was just beautiful by Wallen.
It sure was a great follow-up. So we're going to see Jarvid here chasing out Snoy. Snoy just says, I don't want anything to deal with you. Tainer one's taking away the blue buff from Riven, and Riven is, I consider, one of the stronger junglers early on. Not a conventional jungler, but a very, very strong duelist. Very, very strong in the jungle, and Jarvid being able to bully her out is quite surprising.
Yeah, but basically what happened there was that we actually saw Noel move up to the top lane, and that kind of signal tainted once that, okay, the jungle is now open for Mineski. Ahri was low in the mid lane, let's take the blue buff, and that's what he did. Took the blue buff and just walked away.
You can see Riven come down. They might be able to get the gank off onto Goldens here. The ult has been popped. Let's bounce. Pop is just going to bounce right out of there, throwing the many different facial expressions that Zach likes to do when he's bouncing.
Yeah, and with that blue buff being picked up by the Tainted Ones, I expect this blue buff to actually go to XXF.
That's not going to be good at all for the mid laner coming in from Mineski here. C3D is going to have his hands full against this XF, who has already picked up a kill and assist, and C3D has not had the best time in this lane at all.
Yeah, if we actually take a look at the farm, we actually see that Wallens is so far ahead of EXO right now, and he has such a huge wave. He's going to pick that up, and in addition, in the mid lane, XXF pulling out, completely pulling out C3D.
The only lane that's really winning right now is the Nasus lane down on the bottom. Snoy going up against Goldens. He's been able to farm very easily, and as a Nasus, that's pretty much means that you are ahead when you're able to get the stacks up on your Q, when you're able to farm freely and not be under pressure from the opposition solo laner.
Yeah, it's gonna be very scary come the mid game if Snoy actually kind of picks up his stacks with it, but at this point in time, I don't think Snoy will be a very big threat.
See the item differences coming in from those top laners, so to speak. We see the chain vest being built by Zac and the Negatron cloak being built by Nasus, kind of mirroring the damage that the other do. Noel is poised for a gank at the top lane. So is Ahri. They're trying to get this top lane, or the dual lane, back together, but C3D gets caught out here by Tatum Ones. Might have to ult over this wall, puts the charm down. Ults over right before the condemn coming in for Wildlands. He's going to save himself from getting stunned against a wall there.
Yeah, being spotted out in that rotation is not very good. I think XXF kind of is just going to dominate that lane. He's just going to push down the mid lane. And if he actually does get a turret because of this failed rotation, it's going to be very troublesome for Mineski itself. And it seems that XXF does pick up the turret.
I like the rotation that Mineski tried there, just because their top lane is so far behind. With Riven and Ari there, they had the kill potential on the top lane, but getting spotted out, allowing XF to take that turret for free, and he might be able to put pressure onto the dual lane himself.
Yeah. And with the fact that the turret is now gone, it kind of... and we actually have the cold storm coming in. Tainted once again. Feared and taken very low by Noel. Noel actually popped the broken wings. It does pop the broken wings and is not able to actually pick up the kill. The charm actually misses on the side, and Tigi getting taken down in the background. And Walen's just being a boss right now.
Sure is. An EXO here in huge trouble. XF jumps in, gets that kill there. So Fiddlesticks and Nidalee being taken out. Tater was managed to get out of there alive as well. Use his splash at the right time to get out of that one. And KLH are really steamrolling in this game against Mineski.
And this is what Mineski does not want. You already said earlier, with the kind of carries that they have coming into the late game, they definitely want to play for the late game in some form or fashion. But at this point of time, KLH seems to have taken the commanding lead, and they're definitely not going to give Mineski anything at all.
KLH know that they need to pick up this game. As we were saying before, if Mineski pick up this game against KLH, they have that buffer against them. They'll have the same amount of wins and a game in hand, which is what they really want to stay in that 4th place. But with KLH seemingly to be contending, so to speak, to pick up this game against Mineski, that might cause some problems for them to stay in the top 4.
Yeah. And it seems that Golden just wants to go on the aggression against Snoy, because we see that Snoy is kind of running low on mana a bit, and he's just gonna back off, and let's see what kind of items he's gonna pick up.
He just wants to farm though. You can see that can't be right. It says he only has 20 stacks on his siphoning strike, but 95 farm. That is very strange. Very strange indeed.
Not good at all.
It's not good at all. I was hoping that was 200, and I was a bit blind, but. No, it is. It is 200.
207. Ooh. Okay.
It scared me. I thought that really said 20 stacks.
207 additional damage, and while that has been going on, KLH actually decides to pick up the dragon with 4 members rotating to the dragon area.
Dragon has been picked up here. We're gonna see EXO. He's still gonna be pushing this top lane as needed. He has natural pushing power, but Indian is quite strange. Noel here gonna get caught out. Gets taken out almost instantly there by KLH's 4-man roam after picking up that dragon. Now gonna take blue buff once again.
Snow in a bit of trouble here, decides to recall before they actually collapse onto him, and it seems that the eyes of the Kuala Lumpur hunters are set to take down the final outer turret.
Oh, Tibbers, get out of there! Okay, he managed to get out. Good bear. So KLH here didn't look like they want to take this bottom tower. I think it'll be fairly easy for them to do so as well with these 3 members down at the bot lane.
When Tibbers gets summoned, why doesn't Annie lose her little teddy bear that she's holding?
That is quite interesting. Teddy should disappear, Riot, please. Top lane though, we're gonna see Gordas go on to EXO here. Bullying out Nyancat pretty decently. Spear coming from EXO does nothing.
Nothing at all. EXO not having the best game either. His javelins is not going to do any damage at this point of time because he is not building AP. And it seems that he just wants to use the Primal Surge for the steroid buff, and whoa, look at TG being taken down instantly by the burst combo of the AD carry.
TG got destroyed there. Snow even just said, I'm out of here. Peace. Flashed right out of that situation. Got away safely, but still TG just got decimated right there.
Fiddlesticks, as you said, not one of the highest health champions in the game, and he kind of just is able to, if she actually gets off the stun and kind of burst Fiddlesticks down immediately.
EXO here still trying to farm up this top lane despite being in this lane by himself for so long. He's only just now caught up in terms of experience with Wildlands and is still behind in terms of minion score.
Yeah, and look at the item advantage coming in from Wildlands. A Blade of the Ruin King, the pieces of a Zeal, and only the Phage on the side of EXO. That is not good at all.
And allowing a Vayne to get ahead early is also not something that goes well when that happens either. And Vayne has 100% win rate so far, and Wildlands doing his best to try and keep that true. He's doing very well in this game, 4-1 and 2 with
Yeah, and
100 score.
because of the lead, KLH, Tainted Ones on KLH has already picked up the oracles. They are just gonna have that commanding vision advantage coming into the mid game.
Wallace looks like he fancies his chances against Snoy here. Does get withered. Uses the lifesteal onto Snoy here. Riven's gonna come down as well, but Snoy has gotten almost no damage down to Wallace. They do spot out Noel coming down though. He's gonna fancy his chances now against Wallace, but Red Out Rays might be able to come in to turn this one around, and no, they decide not to.
Yeah, interestingly, that Wallens decided not to use the cleanse on the Wither, because in this patch, cleanse actually is able to kind of just remove the attack speed debuff on Wither.
TG here is in a lot of trouble. Flashes over the wall, but he forgets he's flashing towards XSF, who he just feared. Gonna pick up another kill there. TG not having the best of games here against KLH. TG and EXO really not having the best of games at all.
Yeah, and I think what Mineski needs to do is actually, yes, they're behind, but they have to recognize that they are not out of this game just yet. And as I say, C3D gets taken down extremely low, has to burn the Spirit Rush just to get away from Goldens and XXF. But as I was saying, Mineski is still not out of this game at this point of time. They just need to just keep calm, farm up, and hopefully they can fight once they hit the item threshold.
See there, Red Hot Rays was spamming that right click stop move to try and make it look like he was gonna summon Tibbers, but he was not, trying to bait out that final Spirit Rush from C3D, and still ended up missing his Tibbers later on anyway. So, second bottom tower taken down by the KLH. They look to just continue transitioning between the lanes, picking up these second towers, and then possibly finally pushing into the inhibitors. And we're going to see Mineski are just really so far behind right now. I mean, Brutalizer and Doran's Blade on their jungler, that's not something that you want to be doing when you're this far behind.
Yeah, and whoa, the Cataclysm coming down to TG, and he's just gonna melt in the face of the True Shot Barrage. Noel gets melted down as well, and it seems that, you know, KLH just being completely disrespectful, just going in for the dives under the turret itself and just destroying Mineski.
And EXO is still pushing this top lane, so gives them a lot of time to go for that 5-on-2. While the Nyan Cat spinning down on the tower, he's still going to stay and get the farm though. Very surprising coming in from EXO. I thought he would have headed back to help his team out.
And it seems that Goldens and XXF, just Goldens is just going to rotate down and try to stop this split push. XXF is coming down as well. Let's see if they actually manage to catch out EXO here.
EXO here, waiting to pounce over that wall. Needles can do that, and it's very annoying for them to do so. Goldens going to pick up this farm for himself. Does have that Sunfire cape. Should be able to clear this way very, very fast.
I don't know what Mineski can do, because KLH has such a good initiation coming in from Zac as well as Jarvan. But on the side of Mineski, it's practically their front line doesn't have that ability to move into the front, and whereas the carries that can, the champions that can actually move in really quickly is Ari as well as Fiddlesticks, who aren't farmed up at all.
You know, they've proven it 4 times already how easy it is to burst down DG on Fiddlesticks. He's one of the people that Mineski needed to initiate these team fights, but if he's going to get bursted down so fast, I don't think there's much he can do except for peel for EXO right now. Their Nidalee AD carry pick has not been working out for them at all so far.
Yeah, I think what Mineski is trying to seek out to do is actually use the bushwhacks to try to spot out some rotation, get some vision back, and hopefully spot out a bad rotation from the Kuala Lumpur Hunters, and hopefully, if they can, get XXF out of position, get the shutdown goal, and walk away from that. And if they can continue to do that, I think they may be able to catch up and go, but it seems right now the game is looking very dire for Mineski.
It really looks like they're just trying to allow EXO to pretty much split push right now, but he's not able to duel anyone at all, so he doesn't have the advantage in that split push.
Yeah, I don't think he has bought any items outside of the pitch at this point of time. I think maybe he picked up a few wards and is saving just to get the Triforce immediately. And I really don't know what he can do. He's sitting on 2,300 gold with just the page. And Ari just picked up the needlessly large rod, and TG just fears Goldens and just walks away. That could have spelled a lot of trouble if Wallens was there a split second earlier.
Could have. So we see that EXO has managed to pick up his Triforce now, but Even Ezreal for the KLH has picked up even better eyes. We're going to see Red Out Raze for once finally getting taken down. Mineski managed to pick out the support of KLH, but now Noel is going to get destroyed by XF and the rest of the KLH, and now they should be able to take down this tower as well. So trading support for the jungler, not something that's worth it at all, actually.
Nope, not at all. But Mineski should kind of be happy because they have finally gotten the second kill of the game, so maybe their morals are, the morale is a bit better now.
12-2 doesn't give a really big morale booster.
Well, if they can steal the Baron that's coming up by KLH here, it's definitely going to give them a huge morale booster. That's if they can steal the Baron.
If they can steal this Baron, but it looks like it's going to be secured by the Kuala Hunt, especially with this double 80 carry. Both of these 80 carries are doing very well in this game, so they have the items to take down that Baron very fast. TG, he's being very careful now, especially after getting bursted down so many times.
Yeah. He has to be very careful.
He has to be very careful. C3D almost gets the charm. Wallens wanted to chase that one, but does not decide to continue to that next rush. See, Tainted Ones here coming to steal a little bit of minion score. EXO once again trying to duel it out with Golden, but he just has not realized he's not able to do so. This time he's getting a bit of damage, but Golden pops out rubber hands, gets a lot of damage down with that ignite. If he manages to land, doesn't even have to land his elastic sling, so just splashes onto him and lets his goo do the rest. Takes down EXO at the top lane.
So EXO thought he could have gotten the better of Goldens, but it just seems that the sustain coming out from the bloblets itself is a little too much for the cat to handle.
EXO had his barrier up as well. He didn't even use his barrier during that engage. He was caught out that badly. Red Out Raze looks like he wants to get Tiras down. Gets charmed out by C3D. Two-shot barrage chunks C3D for quite a bit of damage. Still gets stunned against the wall of the site using that Spirit Rush. Wallens though gets the slowdown to Noel with the item booster. There goes the charm onto Wallens though. Not gonna be able to do too much. T3 comes in, does get the fear down to Wallens. He's gonna be stunned up for some time there. The Wither's gonna go down as well. Gets smacked in the face by Snoy. Golden's in the back lines though, trying to get as much damage as he can. XF's gonna come in from behind though, gets double kill going onto Golden's actually. He's gonna be splitting into his bloblets very, very soon if he does get taken out. Funny does get taken out. Snoy here tanking up quite a bit. He's gonna get chased down by Tainted Ones and Red Out Raze though. He should be able to pick up the kill. He is quite tanky though. Will go down eventually to the Kuala Hunters.
Yeah, and EXO barely getting out of the skin of his teeth because XXF was right on his tail. He just leaps out of it, and it seems that all over Hunters. Oh, and here we have the replay coming in. We actually have Golden's coming in, picking up TG. We have Snoy the teleport, and we see the Siphoning Strike just destroying Wallens right here. And Noel on the sidelines actually hitting the Let's Bounce and being hit by the Let's Bounce, I mean, and Golden just kind of, dukes it out with it, and XXF from the side picking out C3D as well as Noel in the backlines, and Snoy just is not able to actually do anything to the Kuala Lumpur Hunters.
Which is not here. Snoy will just eventually get taken down by Tainted Ones. Use that Cataclysm to lock him up for some time. Though the kills picked up in that fight there, but Mineski tried to make a play that TG, that was the first time he went for any aggressive play on his Fiddlesticks. Tainted Ones gets caught out here. Fear goes down after that charm, but doesn't look like they have enough damage. There goes the Spirit Rush. First one's down. Second one will go down as well. Will get taken down here. Surprised that XF did not follow up there, considering how far ahead he is right now in that Israel.
But it is surprising. Another thing that's surprising, C3D used it. Oh wow, TG
is not surprising though.
This is not surprising at all.
TG's done that all game, and now they actually might turn this fight around. The charm goes down to Wallace. He gets chunked down for quite a bit of damage, but everybody's ignoring XSF. He might be able to pick up a few snipe kills here. Aki's just a bit too late. The cooldown on EXO's gonna go onto him. That 80 needle is just gonna get bursted down instantly. Wallace gets smacked in the face once again. Snoy must be doing a good job with that.
Snoy must have been very happy being able to pick up Wallace twice in a row just with one Siphoning Strike. But as I was saying, C3D had to use 2 rotations on his spells to actually pick up the Tainted Ones, including the Deathfire Grasp. So that's definitely not a good thing if I were Mineski right at this moment. 2 rotations from Ari just to pick up the jungler.
He does have decent stacks on that Siphoning Strike, 430 extra damage, so Snoy can pack a punch with that Siphoning Strike, but the rest of his team is just incredibly far behind. I really don't think there's much that Mineski can do against Kuala Hunters now.
Yeah, but I don't think KLH is gonna focus on Snoy in the first place at the beginning of the fight. They definitely want to pick out the rest of them before actually turning their attention onto Snoy. And Snoy can only put out so many Siphoning Strikes in a team fight.
So, First inhibitor taken down by the Kuala behind us here. Finally able to pick one after 25 minutes of having this decisive lead. Very surprising that it was not taken down any earlier. They look to be sieging this bottom lane as well. They were able to pick up the top inhibitor early on after that final. It's concentrating the replays there, but then now the final inhibitor turret will be taken down pretty much decisively as well by the KLH. That spear just does
Nothing at all. I like what Kuala Lumpur Hunters is doing because they only take out the layer of turrets layer by layer, just like peeling an onion. And Mineski going for the final fight of the game, I believe. And it seems that they will not survive this because the entire team is being forced back to the mountain.
Wallace is ignoring everybody. TG comes in with that surprise party, but nobody's invited, so he's gonna get chunked for quite some health. Runs away for a second. Shut down onto Zach though. Double kill going to EXO this time. Wallace will pick up a kill in return against Snoy, and Snoy actually pick up a kill against Tatum. So a little bit surprising, but that's all three inhibitors down with both 80 carries on the side of KLH still up and running. They might be able to finish off this game. EXO's going to continue chasing though. Wallace and XF could turn this one around, which XF tries to do, but not able to do too much. So
they have to defend the... look at the amount of minions being poured into the base. They can't even decide to give chase onto XF and Wallace.
Despite being so far ahead, I think KLH were just so sloppy there.
Yeah, very sloppy indeed. I think I have no idea why they actually went in for the counter engage because Mineski was the one that was actually being pulled out of position. And once they managed to actually get, I think it was Noel down in the fight earlier, they should have just walked away with the 3 inhibitors down and just shot and then made the final push.
It's going to be very interesting when the double super minions from each wave start pushing in onto this Nexus. Only the single super minion waves have been hitting the Nexus so far. Here's the first one coming in from mid lane. Now all 5 members of Mineski are up, but it's still early in the game for all three inhibitors to be down, and Mineski aren't doing too well besides Snoy. Nobody else can really tank up these minions.
Oh, not at all.
And they're able to clear it off though.
It seems that the minions will just kind of do their job, and if KLH just kind of sit outside, I think the minions might just win the game for them, but it seems that they just want the game to end as soon as possible, Noel being the first one to be taken down.
Cataclysm is used as well onto EXO and Snoy. Snoy jumps out of that one. TG might get taken out once again. The bear comes out right on Raze, picking up a kill for himself there. Snoy now trying to lifesteal off a minion, gets knocked out by Jov, and XXF will go legendary as KLH beat down on the Nexus for the win.
Yeah, it seems that they took such a commanding lead in the early game because of, and surprisingly, as you were saying earlier, the